Have you ever pondered the nature of your reality? It's a question that has been the source of both fascination and frustration for philosophers throughout the ages. Reality, as we perceive it, is not merely a passive observation of our surroundings. On the contrary, it's a complex interplay between our internal state and the external world. Now imagine if I told you that your external circumstances are but a mirror reflecting your internal state. This is the essence of the mirror principle, a powerful concept that suggests our reality is shaped by our perceptions, thoughts, and feelings. In essence, if you desire a change in your reality, it must first begin within you. You are the artist, and your reality is the canvas. But this is not about wishful thinking or mere positive affirmations. It's about boldly confronting your personal demons, shaping your identity and crafting your own worldview. So, how does this mirror principle work, and how can it transform your life? The mirror principle isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life. This principle, when understood and applied, can be a powerful tool for personal transformation. Let's delve into it, shall we? Firstly, this principle beckons us to confront our personal demons. These could be fear, self-doubt, guilt, or any other negative emotion that hinders our growth. It's like cleaning a mirror that's been smeared with dust and grime. Only by acknowledging and addressing these issues can we begin to see a clear reflection of our true selves. Next, the mirror principle guides us in creating our own identity. This is about defining who we are, independent of societal expectations and pressures. It's about shedding off borrowed masks and standing in our truth. We create our identity by aligning our actions with our values, by standing up for what we believe in, and by pursuing our passions relentlessly. Finally, the mirror principle helps in shaping our worldview through our daily activities and long-term goals. Our daily actions are a reflection of our priorities and values. They are the brushstrokes in the masterpiece that is our life. Similarly, our long-term goals provide a direction, a North Star, guiding us towards our desired destiny. But how does one's identity and worldview affect reality? The answer lies in perception. The world as we perceive it is a mirror reflecting our inner state. If we hold a positive and empowered self-concept, we perceive opportunities and possibilities. If we hold a negative and disempowered self-concept, we perceive obstacles and limitations. Remember, the mirror principle is not about changing the world, but about changing our perception of it. It's not about altering the reflection, but about altering the object being reflected. As we change internally, our external reality shifts to mirror our internal state. To conclude, let's remember the wise words of Henry David Thoreau: "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." By understanding and applying the mirror principle, we can truly transform how we see and thus live our lives. The first step to change is acknowledgement. This statement is as powerful as it is true. It's a reminder that in order to evolve, we must first recognize our shortcomings, our fears, our personal demons. This is not just a step, it's a leap of faith in ourselves and our ability to change. Confronting our personal demons can be daunting. They lurk in the shadows of our subconscious, influencing our actions, our decisions, and ultimately shaping the reality we experience. These demons are not external entities. They are our fears, our insecurities, our doubts, our unresolved issues. They are the parts of ourselves we try to hide or ignore. But according to the mirror principle, we must face them, embrace them, and learn from them. In the words of Carl Jung, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This means we must delve deep into the darkest corners of our psyche, shine a light on these demons, and understand them. Acknowledging their existence is the first step, but understanding them is where the real transformation begins. Why are these fears present? What insecurities are holding us back? What doubts are clouding our judgment? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. The answers may not be easy to face, but as the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, "He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you." This means that confronting our personal demons is not about fighting them or eliminating them. It's about understanding them, accepting them, and integrating them into our identity. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's necessary for personal growth and transformation. By confronting our personal demons, we create the opportunity for positive change. We open the door to self-understanding, self-acceptance, and self-love. We empower ourselves to create a reality that reflects our true selves, not our fears or insecurities. Remember, it's only when we face our fears that we truly start to shine. So let's embrace this process, confront our personal demons, and allow our true selves to shine through. After all, the mirror principle teaches us that the world outside is a reflection of the world within. We are the masters of our fate, the captains of our souls. This powerful statement underpins the essence of creating our own identity, the fourth chapter in our exploration of the mirror principle. In the vast ocean of existence, the ship that is you sails under your command. The decisions you make, the values you hold, and the beliefs you foster all contribute to the unique identity that is you. Just as the mirror reflects our physical selves, the mirror principle argues that our reality is a reflection of our internal identity. Creating your own identity is not about fitting into preconceived notions or societal molds. It's about self-determination, it's about personal growth. It's about setting your own course and steering your ship towards the horizon of your choosing. Imagine your identity as a sculptor's clay. It's malleable, it's adaptable. With each decision you make, each experience you absorb, you're molding this clay, shaping your identity. And as you shape your identity, you shape your reality. This is the power of the mirror principle. Consider the values that are important to you. Honesty, perhaps, or compassion. Maybe it's courage or resilience. These values are the tools you use to sculpt your identity. They guide your choices and actions, and in turn, they shape your perception of the world around you. And then there's personal growth. As humans, we are not fixed entities. We are capable of learning, of changing, of evolving. Each day presents opportunities for growth. Each challenge faced, each success celebrated, each failure encountered. They all contribute to the ongoing creation of your identity. In essence, creating your own identity is about taking the reins of your life. It's about acknowledging that you have the power to shape your reality through the values you uphold and the personal growth you pursue. And remember, this journey of self-creation is not a race, it's a marathon, it's a lifelong endeavor, a continuous process of self-discovery and self-definition. As Oscar Wilde said, be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Embrace your individuality, shape your identity, and let the mirror principle reflect your unique reality. The world is but a canvas to our imagination. As we dive deeper into the mirror principle, it's essential to understand how our daily activities and long-term goals play a significant role in shaping our worldview. Our world is a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs we hold dear. It's a canvas painted by our actions, decisions, and the paths we choose to tread. Think about it. Our daily activities, no matter how mundane or routine they may seem, are the brushstrokes that gradually create the masterpiece of our lives. Whether it's the books we read, the conversations we engage in, or even the food we eat, every single activity is a chance to shape our worldview, to shape our reality. Now let's talk about long-term goals. These are the grand visions we have for our lives, the towering mountains we aspire to climb. They are the guiding stars that direct our journey, the compass that leads us through the vast ocean of possibilities. Our long-term goals provide a sense of purpose, a sense of direction. They are the bold, defining strokes on our canvas that give it meaning and depth. But here's the key: consistency and dedication. Consistency is the rhythm of your brushstrokes, the steady hand that guides your paintbrush across the canvas of your life. Dedication is your commitment to the masterpiece you're creating, your unwavering belief in the vision you're bringing to life. Embrace these two principles and you'll find yourself on the path of self-improvement, shaping your worldview and consequently your reality. Remember, as philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Your daily activities and long-term goals are your why, the foundation of your worldview, the essence of your reality. So keep painting, keep shaping, keep transforming. Because every stroke matters, every color counts, every vision is essential. And always remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Words have power, and so do you. In our journey to understand the mirror principle, we now arrive at the doorstep of affirmations, a potent tool in reinforcing the desired identity and perception of the world. Affirmations are positive statements that we consciously repeat to ourselves, either verbally or mentally. They serve as reminders of our ability to shape our reality, to reflect the identity we aspire to embody and the worldview we wish to hold. They're like the artist's brush, continuously painting the canvas of our minds with strokes of positivity, resilience, and empowerment. It's easy to underestimate the power of affirmations, to dismiss them as mere words. But let's remember, the universe began with a word. Words have the power to create, and they have the power to destroy. They can uplift us or bring us down. When we choose to affirm positive statements about ourselves and our world, we're actively choosing to create a positive reality. Positive self-talk plays a pivotal role in this process. It's like having a supportive friend inside your head, always ready to encourage you, to remind you of your worth, your potential, and your strength. This friend doesn't ignore your flaws, but helps you see them as opportunities for growth, not as obstacles. Affirmations and positive self-talk are not about denying reality or pretending that everything is perfect. They're about choosing to focus on the positive, choosing to believe in our ability to change, to grow, to overcome. They're about choosing to see the world not as it is, but as it could be, as we want it to be. As we go about our day, let's remember to affirm our identity, our perception of the world. Let's remember to speak kindly to ourselves, to believe in our power to shape our reality. Let's remember to use the mirror principle to reflect the identity we want, the worldview we aspire to hold. As Muhammad Ali said, it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Change starts within. A simple phrase, yet one that encapsulates the essence of the mirror principle. In our journey together, we've delved into the depths of our psyche, confronted our personal demons, shaped our identity, and crafted our worldview. Remember, the world is but a reflection of our inner state, a mirror reflecting not what we want, but who we are. The mirror principle in its essence is a call to introspection. It demands us to look deep within ourselves, to confront the parts of us that we've been avoiding. Why? Because it's only when we change our inner world that our outer world will follow. Our identity, the very core of who we are, is not just about our name, our profession, or our relationships. It's about our beliefs, our values, our passions. It's about our dreams and our fears. It's about the story we tell ourselves about who we are and who we can be. We've learned that shaping our worldview isn't just about observing the world around us. It's about how we interpret these observations, how we perceive reality. And this perception is deeply influenced by our identity, by who we believe we are. Affirmations, as we've discussed, are powerful tools to reinforce our desired identity and perception. They are not just mindless repetitions of positive phrases. They are deliberate, purposeful declarations of who we are and who we aspire to be. They are our compass, guiding us towards our true north. The mirror principle is not just about understanding the world, it's about transforming it. And this transformation begins with us. It begins with changing our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions. It begins with changing our identity. But remember, this transformation is not an overnight process. It requires patience, perseverance, and above all, a steadfast belief in ourselves. It requires us to be brave, to be willing to step out of our comfort zone and confront our deepest fears and insecurities. It requires us to be the architects of our reality. So as we embark on this journey of transformation, let's remember the wise words of Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. After all, the world is but a mirror, reflecting not what we want, but who we are.